Another one of these sit down videos. I actually quite enjoy these actually. But what's up everybody? It's your King Kid and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm here to debate about this new WWE game that seems to be on the rise. I heard that Ukes is putting out a new WWE rival game to the WWE 2K series. Now, if y'all don't know, I'm a huge WWE fan. I've been a WWE fan for years, throughout the good and the bad, and it's bad right now. But I still watch every week, you know. Um, but don't mind my hair. I I actually like it this way. I just don't know if other people like it this way. But I wouldn't like this new WWE game simply because of they said it's going to be a new fantasy game. It has fantasy elements, and it's not going to be a simulation. Now, if y'all don't know who Ukes is the people who actually make the WWE 2K series. So, if we have this new fantasy game and we have people who's working on this fantasy game, what about WWE 2K20? That's the thing. What everybody's like hyped about the new game, but nobody's really actually thinking about the WWE 2K series and how great it can get. Now, it cannot get great by making another game and putting a set of developers onto another game. Now, what I'm thinking is they're going to put developers on this new game and they're going to keep on taking out developers until we don't get new WWE 2K games. Now, I'm excited for this new fantasy game that's coming out, but I also want my simulation games. This is what King Network strives off of, because that's what the original thing was on King Network, is these simulation games. And I can't strive, like, I want my network to grow, and if I can't grow my network, if I can't grow my network if I don't have new games. And WWE 2K, although WWE 2K19 with the elements in that game it's great. My career is great. Everything, I think WWE 2K19 is great. They put it on the same par as WWE 2K18, but WWE 2K19 really crapped on 2K18. But we're not gonna get into that. But this new fantasy game that's going to be made by Ukes, um, if they make this new fantasy game, um, I really hope they keep it pushing with the simulation games, because I don't know if y'all really notice this, but in the WWE 2K community, in the WWE community that are YouTubers, they all play WWE 2K simulation games. It is freaking amazing. Don't quit making these games, because that's what it's going to lead to. This is going to lead to a, a version of simulation games instead of just making simulation games and fantasy games. Now, a lot of companies struggle from doing this, but a really successful company that is really like making this work is EA. EA makes Madden, NHL, and NBA 2K. I mean NBA Live. And FIFA, they make those 4 games, and it's made by the same people. So what I'm thinking is, if it's under 2K, now don't get mad at me when I say this, bro. But if it's under 2K, we're guaranteed to having another freaking simulation. But they're making this new WWE game because of the relationship with Ukes and 2K. They do not like they are not in the greatest relationships. That's why I think the WWE 2K games are going to be bad. Now, if there is going to be new simulation games, I believe they're going to find a new people. And that's why I'm worried for the WWE 2K series. We've already had a change in mix-up of developers because THQ, if y'all didn't know, THQ used to make WWE games until THQ um got got put out of business. Do you not know how many great THQ WWE games this got put out? Every game before 2K14. Look at those games, my G. Look at those games, my G. Do you not know the greatness in those games? And plus the soundtracks. The soundtracks of the game. I don't care what nobody cares. I don't care what nobody says. The soundtracks of those games are freaking fire. And you cannot say they're not. I know every single word. And I haven't played those games in years. Yo. I had a huge nostalgia night last night. Playing some soundtracks from old games. But you know, we went from THQ to Ukes. And now Ukes have been, I mean, sort of, they've been alright with the 2K games. They made their appearance in 2K games. But 2K19, I don't care what nobody says. 2K19 is like one of the best games out there. And people like don't get it. If they just added more game modes, like my GM, stuff like that, create a story. My G, do you not know that WWE Games will be like one of the greatest franchises of all time? WWE Games will be making a return back into the freaking market, G. Everybody will be buying it. Everybody will be buying it. But I just feel really, as I buy every WWE 2K game every year, good or bad, bad review, good review, I buy the game every year and I play the game every year. I always delete the other game so I won't have to go back into the other game. I play it throughout the whole entire year. What people do is once something goes bad, they delete the game and never come back to it. I'm the person who really like... Hold on, let me expose myself more. Hold up. Yeah. Need that exposure to go up, bam. But what people do, people really like... never come back to the game. And this is what I do, my guys. I delete the other game. Never go back to the other game if it's good or bad. I play the new game if it's good or bad. If I have a bad experience, I have a bad experience. There's another game coming out next year. I'm always excited for new games. I just buy the new game, and if the game is bad, I will immediately delete it. Probably before the launch of the other game. But if it's a good game, it's a good game. And that's what people don't understand. People, like, in this day and age, and no one's trying to accept it, but I've accepted that the games in this day and age just have a bad start. And they need a bounce back. Just like 2K19. 2K19 had a very, NBA 2K19. What I'm saying. NBA 2K19, people's players getting deleted. Not the... You get the same amount of VC in any mode that you played in. Pro to Hall of Fame. And all that. But once they patch this stuff, this is like one of the greatest 2K of all time. This goes under 2K11. This goes under 2K13. This goes under all those games. I believe it's like in third place. It's one of the best 2K games of all time. People say it's a good game because of their childhood. I actually go and re-buy the games. I've played all the WWE games that were my favorites, and I know they were my favorites. I replayed them. They're still one of the greatest WWE games I ever played. Shout out to SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Shout out to SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I've rebought that game 3 times. Yo, I've rebought that game 3 times. It's great. I love the SmackDown vs. Raw series, which I think what the next WWE game is. The next WWE game is probably gonna be Return to the SmackDown vs. Raw series, cause all the SmackDown vs. Raw games, dude. All the SmackDown vs. Raw games, my G. All the SmackDown vs. Raw games, my G. Do you not know how many games were in? Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know, dog. Y'all don't know, dog. Y'all don't know, dog. But yeah, I just don't know about this new WWE games. And yeah, I just hope we still have our simulation game, and I hope the new game comes about and it comes out great. So yeah, deuces.